Okay, so today we're going over module 7.1, this time part 2, still interior and exterior angles. So the objective is students will solve for the exterior angle of a triangle and a polygon. So first let's review what we did yesterday, interior angles. So what we're looking at here is this polygon, and we have to first figure out how many sides it has. So if you just count the sides, it has 1, 2, and it has 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So that's 7 sides. So then we're going to use the interior angles formula. So the sum of the interior angles, which is n minus 2 times 180. And remember, n is the number of sides. So the number of sides here, we just take the number of sides and we just put it into the formula right there. So we're going to get 7 minus 2 times 180, which 7 minus 2 is 5. So 5 times 180 is 900. So our answer here is 900 degrees. So the sum of all the angles inside a 7-sided shape is 900 degrees. Okay, let's go on to example 2. So look at this shape here. So we're looking for number of sides first. So here it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this has 8 sides. So again, we use the sum of the interior angles formula, n minus 2 times 180. So your 8 is here, goes into n. N is the number of sides. So we have 8 minus 2 times 180, or 6 times 180, or 1080 or 1080 degrees, which is your answer right there. Okay, let's go on to example 2. We're going to exterior angles. So here in this triangle, you have 4 angles labeled. Angle 4 right here, we call that the exterior angle because it's outside of the triangle. So exterior angles outside of the triangle. And then we have 3 more angles in here. And the ones we're focused on now is just these 2 right here. Angles 1 and 2 are on the corner over here. And those, we call them the remote interior angles. They're on the opposite side of the exterior angle. So in remote interior are inside, exterior angles are on the outside of the triangle. So let's go into exterior angles theorem. So we're still dealing with the same shape right here. So what we're doing here is we have that angle, which is the exterior angle, is equal to angle 1 and angle 2. So the sum of the 2 remote interior angles. So essentially what we're doing here is we're taking these 2 and then we're adding them together, and that equals this angle. Okay, so the outside angle is the same measure as the 2 angles on the opposite end of the triangle. Okay, so let's go over example 4, an example of this. How is applied. Okay, so here we're going to solve for the missing angle. So the missing angle here that we're looking at is angle N. And what we're looking for here is the 2 angles on the opposite end, or on the opposite end of N, which is these 2. Okay, so what we're doing here is we need to we need to take these two and we add them together, and that will equal this angle. So if you do there, so you just take, you say n equals 67 plus 46, which gives us 113, and that's our answer. Okay, let's go over another one. Example 5. Okay, again, in this case, our missing angles on the inside. So x and 40 are both on the inside, and our 100 is on the outside. So what we're trying to do here is we have to take these two, add them together, and that will equal 100. So we set up our equation here. So we have 100 equals x plus 40. And all I want to do now is subtract 40 from both sides. So I get 60. So again, all I do is I subtracted 40 from both sides. So that eliminates, and I subtract 40 from over here. So 100 minus 40 gives us 60. And then once you solve for x equals 60, which is our answer. Okay, let's go into the next example, example 6. Okay, so here you're going to solve for the value of x. So the way we set this up is, again, we have our two angles on the inside, and these two you want to add together, and it has to equal that equation right there. So the way we set this up is we take, so I took 63, remember 63 is this angle right here, and then 3x plus 7 is the other interior angle inside right there. And remember, that's equal to 5x plus 50. And that we put by itself over here. Okay. So now I want to combine like terms. So on the left side, I'm going to take 7 and 63 and add them together. So I'm going to get, so that gives me 70. The 3x stays there, and the 5x plus 50 remain there. So now I want to solve for x. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to subtract 50 from both sides. So these eliminate. Subtract 50 from over here. So these gives me 20. And then bring down the 3x, bring down the 5x. Next thing I do is subtract 3x from both sides. So remember, this eliminates. So I get 20 equals, remember, 5 minus 3 is 2x. And last thing I do is divide by 2. So I end up getting x equals 10. Is the answer so okay, so now let's go last example, example 7. Okay, so what we have here is, again, the same setup. We have to first of all figure out what the two interior angles are and our exterior angle. So here on the inside, we have these two. And that should equal, okay, that angle right there. So we set up our equation. So there we have 90, which is that angle right there, Q. So those squares means 90. We have plus x plus 2 equals, you have 3x minus 8. So we want to combine like terms here. So I'm going to take this 2 and that 90, and I'll combine them. So that's going to give me 92. And I have plus x equals 3x minus 8. So what I do next is I'm going to add 8 to both sides. And I add 8 over here. Same with the 8's eliminate. So I get 100. Oh, I forgot one step, sorry here. And also, I'm also going to subtract x from both sides. So those x's eliminate. And then 3x minus x is 2x. So then I have 100 equals 2x. Then I divide by 2. And then 100 divided by 2 is 50. So x equals 50. Okay, so last thing is the answer to question 5 on the ticket out the door is A. So now we're done with today's notes.